Well, new words which reflect on new needs and climate change is the big issue. And it's a difficult issue from a perspective that words divide the society in different structure and how you solve problems. And low carbon economy is something which involves all sectors in society, and sectors not usually work together. So we are in a time where we think that we need to break up the old structures to let people from different segments of the market come together to solve the problems we have today. So low carbon economy need another structure and more a networking model. And it's not only within the welfare state or the industrial sector in the developed country. It's also that how to find relationship between the developing countries and the developed countries. So the low carbon economy reflects on the global scale of issues.
When a market is, if we have a changed policy framework, which I think we need to have to deliver 60 to 80% reductions in carbon emissions, if we have a changed policy framework, markets get bifurcated by that change in policy. Incumbents, what I mean by that is that incumbents don't have the advantage that they enjoyed prior to the market being bifurcated. They may be not so fleet-footed as smaller organisations in adapting to change. They may be tied to existing revenue models or existing business models. They may be risk-averse. And so changed policy frameworks, which we need, are an opportunity for new market entry. And so low-carbon innovation, to me, means opportunity. And there's all sorts of opportunities, and particularly around service businesses, to deliver new businesses, new solutions, and make money.
Almost literally, it can be low carbon in terms of energy. That means low carbon in comparison with the amount of hydro. Low carbon in comparison with the amount of energy that you can produce. More broader speaking, I think that by and large, a lot of solutions in terms of low carbon solutions can be done by incremental changes in buildings, in habits. Somebody mentioned eating less meat, driving less, and so on. So a lot of changes can be done by incremental changes in patterns. And somehow these incremental changes in patterns should be encouraged. And all of us, we simply don't know how to deal with that. Only nicer talking, only better talking doesn't help. It's quite obvious. Only predicting disasters does not help. It is also obvious. And we simply do not have a good way how to cross this message, and not only to cross this message, but how to encourage people to take this kind of incremental steps. It is obviously change in infrastructure, obviously change in messages, obviously change in communication, but this is the key, how to get people into such new step-by-step patterns.
Well, I put a lot of thought into that, and actually I'm not sure what it means, because it depicts kind of a future where we doesn't use coal or carbon-based products, but actually, to be true, I'm not sure that that's actually something that should be a goal. What you should set as goal is to actually use carbon in right places, so carbon-based products in the right places. So what we're doing now is we are putting out too much of it. So of course you have to get it much lower, but I think still we need to handle these products, low carbon products, in a different way, putting them into right use and right place.
To me, low carbon innovation means taking a whole life cycle view of that product, from design, manufacture, use, through to end of life. That's going to mean some radical views about business model design, incorporating customer engagement, building in low carbon, but also making it profitable. That's going to have implications for the design, not as in traditionally just in the manufacture and use, but also considering that end-of-life phase, be it recycling, incineration, redeployment, or remanufacture. And I think the key challenge is going to be quantifying and justifying that decision from the business point of view, and appropriately communicating that to the customer so they can make easy, right, no-brainer choices.
So the conference will be held in 2009 in Farnham Castle in Farnham, where the Centre for Sustainable Design is based at the University for the Creative Arts. Farnham Castle has a history going back many hundreds of years, and it even has a ghost that we've seen.